Hi, I'm Emily Milan, Assistant Director of Brooks Free Library, and I'm here today with our new staff librarian, Emily Carta, and our Youth Services Librarian, Ann Carpenter, to share with you some of the programs that we have coming up at the library. But before we get into that, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you to the community for your patience while we were dealing with our lighting issues over the last couple of weeks and earlier this summer. And I'd also like to say thank you very much to Carolyn Carey and the staff at the Community Center for helping us relocate our programs during our recent closures. So I will turn it over to Emily Carta, our new staff librarian, to talk about technology programming.
Hi, I'm the new staff librarian at Brooks Free Library. I have my MLS from Simmons, and coming up this month we have a couple new programs that we're doing. We brought back device advice Wednesdays and Saturdays from 2 to 3, no registrations required. You can drop in with any item you have, iPhone, Android, anything, and we'll help you just troubleshoot basic things like setting up email, getting new accounts already. Darn it. Ran out of device advice.
Looking at
some of the native apps and basically getting you started with whatever new items that you have. On October 22nd from 10:30 to 12, we're running our iOS 10 beginners group, which is going to be just a basic introduction to all the new things that you're going to find when you put iOS 10 on your devices. So it's mostly geared towards iPhones and iPads, but feel free to bring a Mac. And you'll have to register by going to brooksfreelibrary.org or calling the library. And then
in November,
we'll follow up with our users group, which is a slightly more advanced course. That's November 19th from 1 to 2, and you can join other Apple users and go through all the products and really get into iOS 10 and what it has to offer. So that's going to be looking at the messaging service, looking at FaceTime, AirDrop, AirPlay, all those really fun activities that Apple puts into their products now.
I think that's going to be a really neat program. It's something that we've wanted to start in the past, and I'm glad that you're here to do that now, because I think sharing with other users is a really good way to learn from each other, not just learn from us. And we may discover some new things along the way as well, so that'll be exciting. All right, so now I'll turn it over to our Youth Services Librarian, Ann Carpenter, to talk about children's programming.
Now that it's October, our fall programming is well into swing, so we're very excited about some of the new things that we have on offer this year. For our middle schoolers, we have a number of after-school programs that we're running. On Tuesdays after school, we're going to be having a return of our middle school makers program last year, which was a popular program among the middle schoolers, being part of the makers movement, which is really just about making things with your hands, with your brain. You've got a tangible product at the end of it. So it can be anything from making cupcakes to making stop-motion animation and everything in between. Some of it's technology-based, some of it isn't. If you know a kid who just really enjoys making things, then they're probably going to enjoy this program. And it's for middle schoolers after school on Tuesdays. No registration is required. It is a drop-in program. And one of the great things is that we are on the bus route so that they can come straight from the middle school. Though you do need to write a note to the middle school to let them know that that's what's going to be happening. On Wednesdays, we have two different programs running on Wednesdays. On the early release Wednesdays, we're going to be doing a video game day. So we're going to be voting this week, actually, on what console to buy, and then we will have a number of different video games for that console to play on early release days, get some competitions going with the video games. On the not early release days, we're very excited about a new program, which is a Basics of Coding program. So we're going to learn some of the very basics on how to code using a program called Scratch, which introduces young people to how the building blocks of coding for making computer programs. And then on Thursday, we're happy to announce the return of the Cape Cod Theater Company, home of the HJT, is sending some of their members out to do some theater games and improv and theater techniques on Thursdays after school. In addition, if you have an elementary age school student, you might be interested in our Monday program, which is Legos. At 4 o'clock, we're going to bring out we have tubs and tubs of Legos, and this year we also have some of the kits. So that way, whether you have a Lego enthusiast who really enjoys building the meticulous kits they have, or if you have a Lego enthusiast who just enjoys building goodness only knows. Both sets of kinds of creative building is going to be accommodated now. Elementary school children will also be interested. This Saturday, the 15th of October at 2:30, we have an engineering challenge. So we're going to give kids pipe foam and tape and see if they can come up with some marble runs that will get the marble up and over the loop and around the thing. There'll be a variety of levels of challenge so that several different age groups will be challenged at their appropriate level. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then also upcoming on October 29th, we have our spooky treat workshop, also at 2:30, that we're going to make a bunch of different spooky treats. We'll be making boo-nanas or some bat cookies, couple of little nice no-bake treats. It'll be a nice fun way to introduce the fall spooky season. If you do have any food allergies, if you could contact me at acarpenter@clamsnet.org or call the library at 508-430-7562. My extension is 2. That would be great. And then our last category of young people is preschoolers. We have a number of preschool programs. Our Mother Goose on the Loose program has moved to Tuesdays at 10:30, and Storytime has moved to Friday at 10:30. We have Creative Movement is still on Mondays at 10:30, and Science Storytime has started back up again for the fall on Wednesdays at 10:30. And that program, we read a story and then do a science, technology, engineering, or math-related activity afterwards. So we have a lot of programs going on for kids, definitely for all age groups. You're going to find something good at the library.
Awesome, thanks so much. And then at the end of the month, we'll have our Halloween parade, which is one of our favorite events at the library during the fall. That'll be on Halloween Day, right? We'll start with the story time and then do some trick-or-treating over at Town Hall and around the community. So if you have a little one, dress them up in their costume and bring them on over. So I'll tell you quickly about our adult programs, which have started back up for the fall. We have brought back Fiction 101, which is a writer's workshop that started at the beginning of October and will be an 8-week series on Mondays. That's hosted by Corey Fahrenkopf and Gabrielle Griffiths, and that does require registration. However, it's not something that you have to attend all 8 weeks. The topic is different every week, and those topics are listed on our website, on our event calendar. So if you can't make it to all 8 or the 6 or 7 that are remaining, you can come to the weeks that you're available. So you can call to register at 508-430-7562, or you can register on our website. Our book groups and writers groups are back in full force as well. Our Wednesday writers group has actually moved to Mondays. They're now meeting Mondays at 12:30, and this is a group of both new and experienced writers who meet to discuss their work and share their work with others. That group is always open to the public. We also have an evening group that meets on this month. They'll be meeting on Tuesday, October the 25th, and this evening, the 11th at 7 o'clock. And we have a memoir writing group that meets on Fridays at 12:30. They're meeting on the 2nd and 4th Fridays this fall. So feel free to join them. And Dr. Anderson, who hosts the group, said feel free to bring a lunch. They'll all be sharing lunch as they discuss their work. Our book groups, our regular meeting book groups, have all selected their November books, and those are available at the library at the circulation desk if you're interested in stopping by and picking one up. They're always available in multiple formats, in both print and audiobook and regular print and large print. So feel free to stop by and grab one and join us for the next book group. Whatever you decide to join us for, children's programming, technology programming, we do hope that you'll stop by and see us soon. Thank you.